Welcome to Learn English Fast.
Speak English with confidence.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Henry, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. In this episode, we're going to talk about something very simple, but very powerful. Reading. The title of today's episode is, Why is Reading So Important? Maybe you enjoy reading, or maybe reading in English feels difficult for you right now. That's okay. Today, I'll explain why reading is so helpful, not just in life, but especially when you're learning English. Reading can help you learn faster. It can help you understand grammar, grow your vocabulary, and even make your speaking better. And the best part? You can start reading today, even with just a few minutes. So, stay with me. In the next 22 minutes, we'll talk about what reading is, why it's so important, how it helps your English, and how you can make it a fun habit in your life. Are you ready? Let's begin. So, let's start with a simple question. What is reading? Reading is when we look at written words and understand what they mean. We use our eyes to see the words and our brain to understand the message. That's reading. It sounds simple, but reading is actually a big part of our lives. Think about it. We read all the time, not just books. We read text messages, street signs, menus, emails, social media posts, and even instructions on how to use something. There are also different types of reading. Sometimes we read for fun, like a story or a comic. Sometimes we read to learn, like a news article or a school book. Sometimes we just read quickly to find information, like looking for a bus number or a phone contact. So reading is not only about long books. Reading can be short and simple. Even reading a few sentences in English every day is helpful. And here's something cool. When we read, we don't just learn new words. We also see how words are used in real life. We see how people talk, ask questions, and describe things. That's very useful when you're learning English. Reading is like having a quiet teacher beside you, showing you how the language works. It's like learning without stress. In the next part, we'll talk more about why reading is important, not just in English, but in life. Now, let's talk about this big question. Why is reading important in life? Reading is not just something we do in school. It's something that helps us every day, in many different ways. First, reading helps us learn about the world. Through reading, we can learn about other people, other countries, different cultures, and new ideas. We can learn how things work. We can discover history, science, art, and so much more. Even if we never travel far, reading lets us go anywhere in our mind. Second, reading helps us think better. When we read, we use our brain. We understand, we imagine, and we connect ideas. This helps us become better at solving problems, making decisions, and understanding the world around us. Third, reading builds our imagination. When we read a story, we picture the people, the places, and the events in our minds. It's like watching a movie inside our head, and this helps us become more creative. Reading also helps us in school and work. To succeed in many jobs today, we need to read emails, reports, or instructions. Students need to read textbooks, questions, and essays. So, strong reading skills can open many doors in life. And finally, reading is a great way to relax and feel calm. After a busy day, reading a good book can help us feel peaceful. It's a quiet time just for us. So yes, reading is not only good for learning, it's good for your brain, your job, your creativity, and even your heart. Next, we'll talk about something more specific. Why reading is so important for learning English. All right, now let's talk about why reading is important for learning English. If you want to speak English well, reading can help you a lot. It's one of the best ways to learn. And here's why. First, reading helps you learn new words. Every time you read, you see new vocabulary. You see how words are used in real sentences. This is better than just memorizing a list of words. You learn naturally, in context. That means you understand how and when to use the words. For example, maybe you read the word delicious in a story. The cake was delicious. Now, you don't just know the word. You also know it's used to describe food, something tasty. Second, reading helps you understand grammar. You don't need to study grammar rules all the time. When you read, your brain sees patterns, like how questions are made, how verbs change, or how sentences are structured. Your grammar improves just by seeing good examples again and again. Third, reading helps you think in English. When you read in English, your brain starts to get used to the language. You stop translating from your native language. You start understanding ideas directly in English. This is a big step toward fluency. Reading also helps your listening and speaking. Why? Because reading gives you words, phrases, and expressions that people actually use. So when you speak or listen, you recognize more. You can express yourself better. It's all connected. And guess what? Reading is something you can do by yourself, anytime, anywhere. You don't need a teacher. You just need a book, a phone, or a short article. So, if you want to improve your English, read more. It's simple, fun, and super effective. Next, we'll talk about the types of reading that are best for English learners. Stay with me. Now let's look at some types of reading that are great for English learners. Not all reading is the same. Some kinds of reading are better for beginners, and some are good for more advanced learners. The good news is, you have many options. Let's start with the first one. 1. Storybooks. Simple storybooks, especially for children or beginners, are a great way to start. The language is easy, the sentences are short, and the stories are fun. You can find short stories, fairy tales, or graded readers made for English learners. Graded readers are special books with different levels: beginner, intermediate, or advanced. They help you read without feeling confused or lost. 2. News articles. Reading the news helps you learn about real events in the world. You can start with websites like News in Levels or Breaking News English. They use simple words and short sentences for English learners. 3. Blogs and websites. Find blogs or websites about topics you enjoy. Maybe food, sports, fashion, travel, or technology. When you read things you like, it's easier to stay interested and learn faster. 4. Subtitles and captions. Watching videos with English subtitles is another way to read. You can watch English YouTubers or shows with subtitles on. You read and listen at the same time. It's double practice. 5. Social media posts and quotes. Even short things count. Instagram posts, tweets, or quotes in English can give you small daily practice. These short texts help you learn real, modern English. So remember, reading doesn't always mean big books. You can read a little every day from different sources. Try mixing different types. Maybe one story a week, one short article a day, and subtitles during your favorite show. In the next part, I'll share how you can start reading in English today, even if you're a beginner. Now let's talk about how you can start reading in English, even if you're just starting to learn the language. Sometimes learners say, "Reading is hard. I don't understand everything. I don't know where to begin." Don't worry. That's totally normal. And I'm here to help you take the first steps. Step 1. Start small. You don't need to read a full book today. Start with something short and simple, like a short story, a blog post, or even a paragraph. One small page a day is enough at the beginning. Step 2. Use easy English. Choose reading materials made for learners. Look for graded readers or websites like English Club, News in Levels, or ESL Fast. These use short sentences and basic vocabulary, perfect for practice. Step 3. Don't worry about every word. It's okay if you don't understand everything. Try to guess the meaning from the sentence. If one word is stopping your understanding, look it up. But don't stop every 5 seconds. Just enjoy the meaning. Step 4. Use bilingual books if needed. Some books have English on one side and your language on the other. This can help you understand the story and learn new words easily. You can also try children's books in English. They're fun and easy to read. Step 5. Read every day. Make reading a small daily habit. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. The more you read, the easier it becomes. You build confidence little by little. So, don't wait. You can start reading in English today. Choose something easy, read slowly, and enjoy it. Next, I'll share some helpful tips to make reading a daily habit. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about how to make reading a habit. Something you do every day, like brushing your teeth or drinking water. Making reading a part of your daily life doesn't have to be hard. Here are some simple tips to help you. Tip 1. Read at the same time every day. Choose a time that works for you. Maybe in the morning, during lunch, or before bed. Reading at the same time helps your brain create a routine. Even just 10 minutes is great. Tip 2. Keep a book or reading app with you. Always have something to read. On your phone, tablet, or in your bag. That way, when you're waiting, at the bus stop, in line, or during a break, you can read instead of scrolling on social media. Tip 3. Choose topics you love. Do you like food, sports, travel, love stories? Read about things you enjoy. When the topic is fun, you'll want to keep reading. Learning feels easier when you're interested in the content. Tip 4. Set small goals. Say to yourself, "I will read 1 page a day," or "I will read for 5 minutes after dinner." Small goals are easy to reach, and they grow into bigger habits over time. Tip 5. Keep a reading or vocabulary notebook. Write down new words you see. Write 1 or 2 sentences from the book. This helps your memory, and you can review later. It also shows your progress, and that feels great. So remember, read a little every day. Set a regular time. Choose things you enjoy. Keep track of new words. Make reading a fun part of your life. Not a big job. It's your daily time to relax and learn. Next, let's talk about some mistakes to avoid when reading in English. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes English learners make when reading and how you can avoid them. Mistake 1. Trying to understand every word. Many learners stop reading every few seconds to check the dictionary. This makes reading slow and frustrating. Instead, try to understand the main idea. If one or two words are new, don't worry. Guess from the sentence. Only check a word if it's very important. Mistake 2. Choosing books that are too difficult. If the book has too many new words or very long sentences, it can feel confusing. That's not helpful. It just makes you tired. Choose something at your level, or even a little below. Remember, easy reading is good practice. You'll improve faster with material you can enjoy. Mistake 3. Reading too fast. Sometimes learners rush through the text just to finish. But the goal is not to finish. The goal is to understand. Take your time. Read slowly. Think about what the sentences mean. This helps your brain learn more deeply. Mistake 4. Only reading for study, not for fun. Reading doesn't have to be serious all the time. It's okay to read funny stories, blogs, or comic books. When reading is fun, you'll want to do it more often. And that's the key. So, avoid these mistakes. Don't check every word. Don't choose hard books. Don't rush. Don't forget to enjoy the process. Read with joy and curiosity, not stress. That's how you grow. Coming up next, I'll share a personal story. How reading helped me improve my English. Now, I want to share a short personal story. How reading helped me when I was learning English. When I first started learning English, I was nervous to speak. I didn't know many words. My grammar wasn't good. I wanted to speak fluently, but I didn't know how to start. One day, my teacher gave me a very small book, a simple English storybook for beginners. It had short sentences, easy words, and pictures. At first, I thought, this is too easy. I won't learn much. But I read it anyway, and something changed. I started to enjoy reading. I didn't feel pressure. I wasn't studying grammar rules. I was just reading and understanding. I saw how words worked together. I saw real English, not just in a textbook. After that, I read more storybooks. I read simple news articles. And slowly, my vocabulary grew. My grammar improved. And the best part? I started to think in English. Reading gave me the confidence to speak. I didn't memorize words. I remembered them naturally from the stories I read. So believe me, reading works. It helped me, and it can help you too. Just start small and keep going. You'll be surprised how much you can learn. Now, let's wrap it all up with a final message of motivation. You can become a better reader. Before we finish today's episode, I want to remind you of something very important. You can become a better reader. No matter where you are now, reading is a skill you can improve with practice. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Reading in English may feel hard at first, but every word you read is a step forward. Every sentence you understand is a victory. And slowly but surely, you will see progress. Remember, reading helps you learn new words, improve your grammar, and think in English. It will help you in school, at work, and in your daily life. So don't give up. Start small. Read a little bit every day. Find books and articles that interest you. Make reading a fun and relaxing part of your day. You have the power to grow your English skills, and I believe in you. Thank you for listening today. Keep reading, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the English Learning Podcast. I hope you learned why reading is so important and how it can help you improve your English. In our next episode, we'll talk about how to choose the best books for your English level. So stay tuned. Don't forget to follow or subscribe so you don't miss new episodes. Keep practicing, keep reading, and remember, you can do this. See you next time.